Ready, Ben?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Number 874.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have fun.
Wow.
All right, fire in the hole.
Bloom.
Georgia.
I believe when they said they're from
Virginia.
Virginia. Nice. You guys been here before?
No.
No.
Been to the city, not down here.
Oh, you've been to Virginia City before?
Yeah. Yeah, we moved to Vegas last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. You guys felt the fear and loathing?
Huh?
No. Anyone get the reference? So did you feel the
fear
fear
and
and loathing? It's a good
Only when we go in Circus.
Nice. You got the reference. So welcome everyone to the Best in Belcher Mine Tour. My name is Spencer. I'm going to be your tour guide. Real quick, I'm not local here. This is my new home. I actually located out here from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'd rather be dead than go back.
I can understand that because I'm originally from the area.
Really?
Yeah, my people live across the river in Dayton, Kentucky. Yeah.
Nice. Grew up in Indiana, just tri-state along the Ohio River. And it was like,
It's time to get out of there.
oh my gosh. Well, I'm sure if I grew up over here, I'd be saying, like, oh, Virginia City sucks. I'm glad to be here. So, this is my first job working with people. I work with history. I usually do labor. Please excuse my people skills. You guys wanted the History Channel, I apologize. You guys need to come back on Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday, get on my coworker Ty's group. The man trained me. He's literally a genius. Got a lot of respect for him. He's like my opposite. He's like History Channel. I'm like an episode of Drunk History on Comedy Central. I mispronounce words. I speak in layman's terms. I'm probably going to swear. Oh, we got kids.
They've heard worse.
Do you kids like history?
No.
Hey, at least he's honest.
Oh, she's honest. Yes. So, who here watched Bonanza? Really? You guys? Alright, that kind of ruins my...
I watched it when I was a kid.
That kind of ruins my intro.
Bonanza, Ponderosa Ranch.
So, the Ponderosa. Why is this building called the Ponderosa? Why did the Cartwright family call their ranch Ponderosa? What the heck's the Ponderosa besides a terrible restaurant from the 90s?
Facts.
Is what?
I said facts.
That Ponderosa.
So at one time, all of Virginia City here was nothing but just a forest of Ponderosa pine, aka blackjack pine, but it was depleted to build the town into mines. They tried to replant it twice, but they said the ecosystems were just not having it. However, my theory is, I say they're not given enough time. A forest cannot grow overnight. And again, I've been wrong in the past. Probably wrong with that one, but I like having theories. And I'm done with that mess.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
for it.
I know. I just had
And they
two
got all this
orbs.
timber away.
Really?
But my
Those were orbs, y'all. Those were orbs. That was double.
All right, just bear with me. First, we gotta do safety. You guys do not have to wear a hard hat. You can if you want to get that mining experience. It's actually bullcrap. People back in the day were a lot shorter than they are now. Average miner is 5'2", 5'4". Call this a silver lining height because they didn't have to duck. And bullcrap for me. Bullcrap for them. That's about it.
So I'm your normal height then.
I refuse to wear my hard hat because I have spinal fusion and it makes me hit my head more. If you walk through the mine like this, no joke, your arms crossed, gives you a natural bow, really works. I have people walk through like this. I'm like, that looks so stupid. Put your hand down. So, you're gonna look at Virginia City, cut in half like an ant farm. This is what's under us. Over 700 miles of tunnels.
Damn.
It took 800 million board feet of timber to build it. What kind of timber?
Blackjack Pine.
Yes, Blackjack Pine. We're located right here. That's the Belcher Mine. About to go 300 feet in the mountain, 48 feet under the surface at this part right here. I point out the wall. If that wall did not exist, we would go back another 200 feet. Then, whoa! 550-foot drop. Little one, take any piece of information with you. Take this next piece of information. What you're doing is paying to go to a mine safely. You can go to many mines for free all over Virginia City. Don't do it. It's extremely dangerous. A lot of missing people's cases in Nevada from people exploring mines. Carbon dioxide will get you. Has anyone wondered why we don't have a society of homeless tunnel people living in these mines? No one can survive down there. Poisonous gases, so stay out of them. You.
No ventilation.
Probably you. You all look guilty.
I would love to, but no, I'm good.
All right, so tell me, the Comstock lode here, is this a part of the gold rush?
Wasn't it after the gold rush?
Yeah, it will be like there's technical a-holes I get in here around it. This chunk of history cannot exist without the gold rush, so technically it is. Technically it's not. It's like 10 years later. It's a spinoff. The gold rush ended. The West Coast had all these prospectors. Everyone was looking for a new mine. They just want that next big strike. They said the toughest 49ers crossed Sierras to hit up the Virginia City strike. You know, some of them, they got here and they didn't realize how freaking awesome this mountain really was. Some of them, like this Canadian wannabe miner, wannabe businessman named Henry Comstock. Yeah, that guy got here, caught word that they found a little bit of silver, and he was like, oh no, wait, this is actually my land because my homies owned it and they died. They wanted me to have it, so you guys got to cut me in. They're like, okay, dude, we'll cut you in, just like go away and leave us alone. So they cut Henry Comstock in. He has his land, he's chilling. He's like, you know what? This little bit of silver, this is stupid. Screw this. He sells his shares, takes off and does his thing, drinking, gambling. He's in Montana 3 years later. He reads about the big bonanza strike that happened on the land he got rid of. You guys want to guess how the story ends?
Came back to get it back.
He died.
Yes. Self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. I wonder if he used a silver bullet. He actually got what he deserved. He was a terrible person. The only thing we took from him was his name Comstock. He swindled the Irishmen out of their black sand. He didn't have slaves, but he had industrial servants. The dude was awful. And he missed out on a lot of great silver mining here. We had our gold mining over here in Gold Hill, hence the name Gold Hill. You guys been to Gold Hill or through it? This is really messing me up. You guys been to Gold Hill through it?
Not yet.
Yeah, it's a creepy little town on the way to Carson. That's where the gold mining was. It was going so great until April 1869 here in the Yellow Jacket mine. A worker left a candle burning overnight that was way too close to a pillar. Pillar started smoldering in the morning when they started their shift at that mine. And the surrounding mines, lifts started going down to deliver prospectors down there from work. That was pushing a bunch of oxygen down from every which way. They finally got enough oxygen where it went pow, backdraft, killed 45 miners, destroyed the gold mining. The gold is still down there, just way too dangerous to get. You guys know about the Silver Queen?
Yeah, we heard about it, yeah.
Walk past it.
Y'all call yourself tourists. Go out this building, make a left, go down a couple blocks, you got the Silver Queen Hotel and Saloon. Seriously, if you have a minute, walk through the hotel. It's straight up American Horror Story Season 5. In the saloon, there's a massive painting, this beautiful lady, her dress smells silver dollars. Add them up, $3,261. That represents the depth of the combination shaft, deepest mine shaft in Virginia City, 3,261 feet deep. That's pretty deep, y'all agree?
That's over a mile, yeah.
It's actually the deepest mine shaft on this side of the Mississippi.
They should do.
It turns out there's water down there that deep. It's like, heck yeah, I love water. You like water?
I love water.
Water's awesome. Well, it turned out the water down there not only had mercury in it, but got up to 170 degrees.
Nice.
It was volcanic water down there. It was literally so hot it was making the prospectors' clothes fall off. So they needed material strong enough for the prospectors. This is where, oh, I'm not wearing the phones. This is where Levi's come from.
Yeah.
Okay, now San Francisco. San Francisco and Virginia City be like homies. They're real tight. So the Sutro Tunnel was put in to expel all this unwanted hot water out of the mines and into the Carson River. That's why it's so polluted. This thing lays at 1,137 feet below us. Took 9 years to build. 12 people died. Put it in 13 years too late. Most of the mining was done. And Mother Nature is a B word. She always wins. They still had to stop the deep mining in Virginia City because of uncontrollable hot water. So we got this volcanic water destroying the silver mining. Yellow Jacket mine fire destroying the gold mining. Virginia City said, screw it, we done mining. This is too dangerous. However, so within the last 2 months, they have started a gold mine again in Virginia City. They're actually gold mining down in Gold Hill. My theory is that they have the technology now to get the rest of the gold from the Yellow Jacket mine and not kill anyone. My coworker lives down that way. He grabbed these core sample pieces that were pulled from the ground. This one sucks because I thought it was blue mud, but it's way too light to be blue mud. Now the ones my dad stole, those had some weight to it. Did you guys check out that bank vault?
Not yet.
That's by the ATM?
Not yet.
We just got here.
Stop. Give us a break.
Alright, when we enter this mine, I need you guys to think of this as an elementary school and or adult correctional facility. Stay in a straight line and stay to the right. Line leader. Full faith.
Stay to the right.
So the building you're in, built 1864, one of the oldest banks in Nevada. One side was the post office, this side was the bank. Come on down this way. Is anyone curious why there's a line are?
Get in line. That one kid who's always like,
Oh, I know.
good.
You'll be able to see Okay.
Mess that up?
Would you want one? No. This is messing around. So basically where this family is standing, that's where that bank vault out there sat. Behind you guys, as well right here, this was connected. 3-foot stone wall protects the vault of the bank. That's the end of the bank. There was a mine behind it because we're in Virginia City. Back in the 70s, my boss and his buddies, they got drunk and they decided to dig through right there, blast through that wall, connect the mine to the bar. My boss is a descendant of the miners. He ended up with the deed to the mine and continued silver mining. Thought they had something, they really did. But they didn't, so now I got my tours. So who knows about that blue mud? You can probably get out so you can stand up straight. Us tall people gotta look out for each other.
Thank you.
So right here's a jar of blue mud. Tell me what you think blue mud is. Don't tell me mud that's blue, I'll hit you.
Oh, I was about to say that.
It's like talcum powder, Russian tea cakes.
It's like a crystal.
Got silver in this jar. You're on the right track. So this is a more oxidized form of silver. When the mining begun, all this crap was in the way and on the surface. This stuff was getting stuck to everything. Got stuck to their tools, got stuck to their boots. The miners were tracking all over. They call them the muckers. Hence the name of the high school basketball team here. They hated this stuff. They're wasting it. They're throwing it out. They even paved a road or two with it. They couldn't get rid of this crap fast enough. They hated it. Then we learned from our Hispanic friends, because this mining could not have been done without their influence. They're like the original gangsters of mining, and they're like, hey, y'all, that's silver you guys are wasting. Don't do that. Taught us the alchemy. Make that silver pure. Pure silver, well, let me get my light on it. Pure silver is actually black. Crayola has been lying to us. They called it black sand. This is what Henry Comstock swindled out of the Irishmen. Usually when you hit black sand, gold is nearby.
Oh, wow.
Mix it with zinc to get that shine. You got a silver necklace, 99% silver, 1% zinc. I just learned you got silver jewelry, don't take care of it, it'll tarnish and turn black. Never do that because I never had anything that fancy. What we got right here? This here is the powder room.
The powder
When I
room?
say powder room, I'm not talking about cosmetics or Studio 54. I'm talking about dynamite. Black powder was blown up people's minds about 1872. They didn't catch word in 1867. A Swedish chemist invented something. Something just as strong as black powder, but something safer to use for mining. Anyone tell me the name of the Swedish chemist that invented dynamite? Napoleon.
Come on, Mr. Knowledge.
You're funny.
We got Alfred Nobel. It was originally Nobel's blasting powder. He made a lot of money off it, killed a lot of people. He felt guilty. Nobel Peace Prize. What's dynamite made from?
Oh my god, I know.
Explosion stuff?
I know this. Like, isn't it made of gunpowder?
All right, gunpowder, black powder, they're their own thing. Sulfur and carbon. TNT, that's its own thing. Trinitrotoluene. Dynamite be nitroglycerin.
Oh, yeah.
Take your nitric acid, mix it with glycerin, then add sodium nitrate and sawdust. There's dynamite.
Oh, don't tell her that.
I learned that from the book Fight Club. If anyone reads, I highly recommend that book.
The second one's better. Yes.
Short story?
Nope.
Okay.
Chuck Palahniuk made a second Fight Club book, and then there's also a series that he did too, featuring a weird chick in a crazy dimension thing. It's pretty awesome.
I know what I'm gonna be looking up. Appreciate that. Thank you. You guys ever been in a mine before?
I have.
In Virginia City?
Yes.
In Virginia, we did.
Can you guys tell me, did that mine you went in to have more or less timber?
I said what? More what?
More or less timber?
We went to the one in Calico.
I think it was less.
We went to the one in Calico.
More or less timber, would you say?
Less.
Yeah, I say less.
Yeah, it barely had these.
It was like mainly rock.
Yeah, it
This
was
is the
all
first
rock.
mine I've been in. Also, most mines are like caves. You just
Yeah.
tunnel right into the earth. You don't need all this timber. But if you guys would feel the side of the mountain,
It's rough.
really soft, feels like
Oh,
clay.
it's cold.
Oh yeah.
That's why all this timber's needed. I think this is the coolest looking one right here. The original timber compared to the new timber. Original, new. So since all these mines are made out of wood, does that mean they're going to rot and decay and just be gone someday?
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of them won't be here till the end of time because they're really deep. They're not exposed to elements. No oxygen
Wood
can get to
kinda
them, so no
petrifies.
moisture. I have a theory. If the human race along Virginia City is still standing a few million years, the mountain will have petrified tunnels. But we're definitely not making
That's what I just said. They should petrify eventually, especially if the wonky and the soft. The minerals will leach into the wood.
All right, check this out, y'all. Can everyone, y'all hear me okay back there?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Nearly $1 billion of gold and silver was taken out of the whole Comstock. This mine produced $438. Did not do well. Gotta make your profit somehow, hence.
The torch.
Thank you. This mine served more of a purpose for ventilation, transportation to the more active mines that are down below us. This here wooden frame that I'm shining my light on, this here is a ventilation shaft. However, it does not go up to the surface. It goes down about 550 feet, helps ventilate 8 other mines. My boss filled in with backfill, put the ore bucket, equipment away, keep you kids out. You guys want to pop up here real quick?
Come take a look.
So I can put down my arm. All right. And she's got her own.
You gonna check it, baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the camera.
Got the ventilation shaft.
Oh,
550 feet.
That's really cool.
That's a lot of backfill.
Yeah.
I remember you said something about the Search Road Tunnel out there. I read something about people traveling through the Search Road Tunnel.
I wouldn't recommend it. Like,
Well, no, I meant like
On the
back in the
mining,
day. Yeah, they like doesn't that go all the way to California though?
no, the guy who he came from California, but nah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't go that far.
I didn't know.
All right, so what I'm sitting on here, we got a cast iron ore car. How much y'all think it weighs?
A lot.
A lot.
Probably about 700 pounds.
How about a ton?
All right, we're doing price is right rules. 700 would have got it. We got half a ton, 1,100. When the mine begun, this half-ton cart was being pulled by a mule and hemp rope. Once the mules were purchased and placed into the mines, they never saw the light of day. At least I got one on that. Have you guys seen the wild horses around?
Yes.
We got wild horses in abundance. Why do they use the mules and not horses? Aren't horses supposed to be better and cooler?
Horse is too big to fit in a mine.
Yeah, could you imagine leading a horse through here and his ears graze the top and he freaks out on you and like kicks you in the face, starts kicking timber?
I mean, even a quarter horse wouldn't fit in here.
Do you guys think that hemp rope was working out? Hemp rope on a half-ton cart? That's crazy. So we got the flat iron cable. That was invented here in Virginia City, 1863. And to replace those poor mules, we have the hoist over in this area. Here. You got the hoist. The hoist was ran on compressed air. They would have blowers connected to long pipes like these to get the air deep into the mines. Not only air for the tools, but fresh air for the miners. Who here has owned a black light poster before in the past?
Me?
Wait, I'm not the only one who went through that weird phase in high school.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, anything.
It's cold in here, but it feels nice.
It does. It feels great in here. And it smells a lot better.
Don't it though? You're not having ashes flying your bowls.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
I'll get to the coins after the glowing rocks. Alright, so there's glowing rocks. We got scheelite, we got tungsten. It's a fluorescent mineral used to harden steel and make light bulb filaments. And with one of those rocks, you can crush it up and do a design on a poster. got a blacklight poster. When the mining begun, it was pretty dark. They couldn't really see the rocks, so they'll go by feel. Heavy rocks meant money. Light rocks go to the waste rock pile. 1935 comes along, William H. Baylor invents blacklight. Afterwards, if the miners had a strong enough blacklight, they were looking for rocks in blue, white, purple. That's value. My coworker actually found those rocks in his backyard. So if you guys got a strong enough blacklight at your house, test it out sometime. See that wall straight ahead? Straight back. If that wall was not standing, we would go back another 200 feet, then a 550-foot drop. I need everyone to follow me through the spot over this way. I need everyone to cycle through and look up.
I'm gonna be looking at stalactites here shortly. Because he said look up.
That
How many
is
levels is that?
5-story climb right now, right there. We are 300 feet in the mountain, 48 feet under the surface.
Ow. That's my head.
That there is the original entrance to the mine.
You're lucky you're short.
However, those ladders were not there. A lift was. That's what this is. Where you guys buy your tickets is the cage part. If there was a freak accident, we couldn't get out the way we came in. This is how we're going to get out. Climb's a lot harder than it looks. If you work here, you have to climb it once.
Oh lordy.
I was so excited to do it. Then halfway through, I was like, can I not do this anymore? Did you look up, man?
Not yet.
Excuse me, guys.
Oh yeah, that looks like fun.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
And the last 2 levels, like nothing but spiral webs.
Oh, those switchbacks.
All right. Who here is nyctophobic?
What's that?
Nyctophobic translates to fear of the night. That means fear of the...
Dark.
It's about to get really dark.
Oh, lovely.
Do it.
I'm good.
Do it.
All right.
She's got a light.
Before...
Yeah, I got a light, so.
Turn it off.
No.
Before it gets really dark, I need my 2 prospectors.
What's a
Your name?
prospector?
David.
David, prospector number 1.
Duck.
What's your name, line leader?
Scott.
Scott, prospector number 2. Yeah, you probably stand up better right there, be more comfortable. All right, so the year is 1859. I didn't say it was 1871. That's when the pneumatic drill was invented here in Virginia City. No, I said we're in 1859, y'all. Scott and David here, my 2 prospectors. If this is their light, what would be the mining tools of 1859?
Hammer and chisel.
Scott, since you're line leader, you get first choice. Would you like to be on that hammer?
I'll save my finger though.
All right, Scott on the hammer, David on the chisel. So while Scott is hitting that chisel that David's holding, David's going to be rotating the chisel. If Scott were to accidentally miss and hit David with the hammer, it's all cool because they will switch off. David will get revenge. And I'm sure that happened a lot too, because not only was it dark, like I was saying before, and this was a universal symbol to not hit. Just the thumb on the top of the chisel.
That's all you can see.
They were also pretty drunk. Water was scarce at the time. Whiskey, 25 cents a bottle. Catch 22 because alcohol dehydrates you. They said in a 10-hour shift, they're advancing 3 feet with that hammer and chisel. Called this the working face. Then here comes along dynamite, pneumatic drill, make it stuff easier, but not quite safer. Laying on the ground over there is the original pneumatic drill. They called that dude the Widowmaker. And it wasn't called the Widowmaker because it would occasionally blow up like a giant hand grenade. Have you guys ever used a drill that got stuck on you and the handle spins out?
Yes.
I don't know why this is going crazy. Imagine a giant...
There was a draft just now.
Yeah, you felt that too?
Yes. Imagine a giant version of that with the handle spinning out. They called it the Widowmaker because there's no ventilation. So they're doing all this drilling in a soft mountain. They're breathing in dust and dirt. That mixes with saliva in their lungs, creates cement, causing scar tissue, giving them scoliosis, miner's lung. All right, David and Scott here. They got their hammer, their chisel, they got their light, they got their whiskey, of course. And they got a
Canary.
Pepper. The original carbon monoxide detector right here.
Aw.
Cornwall, England. That's where a lot of these miners came from. So they were Cornish and they were Scottish. They got tin mines and coal mines over there. When they be working their mines, they have a male canary in a cage with them at all times. A male canary is like us human males. We never shut up to attract a female. So a male canary is constantly chirping, trying to attract a mate. So they work in, notice that bird not chirping, something wrong with the air, it's time to get out. Or if there's a cave in and they're trapped and they're running out of air, the canary will fade out its chirp rather than abruptly stop. And this will help the miner to relax, regulate his breathing, and not panic, because you're running out of air. Last thing you want to do is panic. I'm sure it's easier said than done. We don't have canaries in Virginia City. So a lot of the canaries were brought over with the miners, and some people made good money breeding them. They mostly went by the Comstock canary over here. And the Comstock canary was the mule. So you work and notice your mule's acting funny, making weird noises, something wrong with the air, time to get out. Notice your mule's dead, you should have got out 5 minutes ago. They would also give crumbs of their lunch to the rats. The rats would get used to them and the rats would hang out. They would use the rats as an indicator for danger. See all these rats running in one direction, it's like the scene from Titanic. Follow the rats. When they're mining 500 feet and deeper where it's really hot, they were on their own. Canary can't survive down there. Rats and mule don't go down there, so they'd be in teams and they'd be switching off every 10 to 15 minutes. Not only because they're getting overheated, but the tools are made out of iron. They got a little too hot to handle, a little too slippery to hold from the sweat. I wonder how many times the team finished up their 15-minute break, went down to break out the other guys and get there to find them dead. Sure, it's happened. Between the years of 1853 and 1880, 295 mining deaths have been reported. I feel that number sounds low, so I asked around. Also, the keyword is reported. All right, Scott and David here. Wait a minute, they switched off. David on the hammer, Scott on the chisel. David hasn't got revenge yet. And they both got a good whiskey buzz. And when they finish their shift and leave the mine and go home to their families, they'll get a better whiskey buzz. But until then, they need to keep working so they can support their families. But as they're working, they feel movement down by their boots. They look down to see all these rats traveling in one direction. Then they hear the mule. He's making a funny noise. And with that little bit of light, they see the mule's dragging his head on the ground. Obviously, that animal's not acting right. Then they notice Canary. Canary stops singing. All of a sudden, it'd be like, what? It's time for Scott and David to crawl out. Since we got poisonous gases in the air, it's best to get down low. And I'd rather crawl into something than walk face first into it. After that, you got to find a tram rail. And hopefully, you aren't disoriented when you find a tram rail, because it could lead you deeper into the mine. Did you guys see how dark it was?
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. You take your own hand, put it 1 inch in front of your face, you wave it 100 times, you can't see it. Check it out. Ah, we got too much lighter there. Almost got it. Almost got it, guys. All right, tell me, did they use children in mines?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, that child labor thing, putting kids to work in mines in America, I believe it was ages 8 to 14. They shunned that in Virginia City. However, go out east in those coal mines, they definitely did. In Europe, they definitely did. In Africa, South America, and India, they still do. But over here, that's a no-go. When a boy turned 15, he could drop out of school and become a mining apprentice. But he was considered a young adult and not a man. Deep, hardcore mining jobs, they want to send him down. They preferably be sending down the Scottish and the Cornish because they're experienced. Also the Irish, but the Irish aren't experienced. They're hard workers. Great combination of miners right there. So Scott and David here, this was years and years before when they were working by that light and it went out on them. I don't know if they made it out or not. Hopefully they did. This is years and years before that. They're both Irish immigrants, and they're both looking for work. And I'm like, yo, you guys got to come over here to Virginia City and work in these silver mines. Man, there's this union, and that union's freaking awesome. An average miner gets paid 80 cents a day. Well, guess what? In Virginia City, you get paid $4 a day. $4 a day each. The world's highest salary. Only crazy people turn that down. Everybody gets rich in Virginia City. Did you all know that Virginia City used to be Virginia Town? Yeah, it was America's first silver mining camp. The population, a couple hundred. Then within a few years, that population jumped to 1,500 because people got rich. So that means you, Scott, you, David, you two are going to get rich. And there's a lot of cheap whiskey, plenty of girls, good gambling. You guys are going to have fun, too. Oh, crap, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you, though. We don't have much fresh water for you guys to drink in Virginia City. And our mining methods are very primitive, so you're probably going to get into a terrible accident back in the mines. Now that you guys be miners, you're not going to make it past the age of 42. During winter, you got to watch out for that ammonia. That's bad for your lungs. Scoliosis, miner's lung, that'll get you. Carbon dioxide, totally. Venereal diseases as well. If you guys by any chance are one of the lucky few, and you both do manage to survive all of that, alcoholism and cirrhosis of the liver will get you in the end. The average miner drank 32 to 33 gallons of whiskey a year. Mark Twain said Virginia City don't have a town drunk, have a drunk town. And it's true, it's still like that. Best part of town is Silver Dollar. All right, we go back to the way we came. You guys lead. I gotta be the last to follow.
I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna put, there's money in the thing. I'm gonna put one in. There's money in here, so I'm gonna, excuse me, I'm sorry.
How we would have to climb out of here if anything happened. We couldn't get out this way.
I'm trying to find my dime.
We walked under a lot of dirt there.
I know.
I'm trying to find my,
Am I gonna have bad luck?
no.
because that's a different type of one. Whatever.
What? No, it's somebody else's.
I thought you dropped it.
Oh, the coins.
Yeah.
If you guys have a coin in your pocket, feel free to stick it in one of the crevices. That's how you get to leave your mark in the mine. Like a piece of you will always be in the mine.
Yeah, I'm
Without you
trying
being
to.
a jerk and vandal.
There we go. I found
Also,
it.
it pays respect to miners and it's an offering to the Tommy knockers.
Exactly.
Ah, that's the first time you mentioned those little bastards.
There we go. It's on the. There you go.
I got it.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
The Tommy knockers.
Are you getting claustrophobic?
I don't want to hear him, so it's time to get out. He's starting to talk about him.
Oh, you don't want to hear about them?
I have stories about Tommy knockers.
Yeah, this guy showed me a picture. He's like retired and he travels around and he does.
All right, guys.
tours 'cause he's retired.
Thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed that information. Please like and subscribe.